Welcome back. So today we are diving into an explainer that tackles something we've all pulled our hair out over, finding that absolute perfect dance sport competition near Illinois. Look, if you've been doom scrolling through endless dates, totally changing schedules, and just conflicting venue info, you are in the right place. We're going to cut right through the noise and give you a very clear path forward.
We constantly hear people asking this incredibly intimidating question, what is the best competition? And it kind of implies there's this single golden tournament out there just topping all the rest, right? Okay, let's dive into this because the sources we're looking at completely dismantle that myth right off the bat. Literally, there is no universal best event in the dance sport world. I mean, think about it. What's an incredible experience for a seasoned pro might be absolutely terrifying for someone just stepping onto the floor for the very first time.
So how do we actually define it then? Well, the source material reveals that the ideal competition is highly subjective. Basically, it's an event that precisely matches your specific division, your age bracket and experience level, your preferred style, whether that's Latin, smooth, or standard, and of course, your personal attendance goals. Like, do you want a massive, high-energy crowd roaring in the background, or are you looking for some personalized trial rounds? The best competition is simply the one that fits your unique criteria. That's it.
To turn this totally overwhelming search into a manageable process, we're going to use a 5-step how-to playbook. We'll cover 1. Defining your best event, 2. Navigating official event calendars, 3. Targeting regional dance hubs, 4. Uncovering local hidden gems, and finally, 5. The pre-entry checklist. All right, let's get to work. Starting off with Step 1. Defining your best event and aligning events with your current experience level. Your personal mindset should absolutely dictate your venue choice, and this brilliantly illustrates exactly why. Look at these 2 distinct goals. Let's say your primary objective this season is just building confidence. Well, then you want to seek out events known for fair trial rounds and clear progression for lower levels. Your standard syllabus events. You really want an environment designed to nurture development before you throw yourself into the deep end. But on the flip side, if you're aggressively aiming for open-level placements, your strategy shifts entirely. For that, you need larger fields and a heavy concentration of competitors at your exact tier to really test your routines.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Step 2, navigating official event calendars and finding reliable, sanctioned listings.
We all know competition schedules can change wildly from year to year, right? So your most reliable path to accuracy is checking the official calendars from the major organizations that actually sanction dance sport events. And yeah, sure, some of these websites might look like they were literally built in 1998, but trust me, they really are the gold standard for dates and entry requirements. You've got to be systematic here. Filter your search heavily by your location radius, so Illinois plus neighboring states, your exact style categories, and crucially, the fine print. Look for specific notes on dress code requirements, coach registration rules, and whether the event explicitly advertises a beginner-friendly status. Doing this focused filtering up front is going to save you hours of headache later. Moving on to Step 3, targeting regional dance hubs. This is all about expanding your search beyond state lines. So, the crucial point is, if you limit your search strictly to Illinois city limits, you might be artificially restricting your options, and no one wants that. Established ballroom venues are typically concentrated in larger metropolitan areas and major event corridors. So by broadening your radius just a little bit into nearby states, you instantly tap into a much richer regional circuit of tournaments. It really opens up the whole shebang.
Okay, so once you have that expanded short list of regional events, it's time to compare them logistically. First off, check the number of competitors specifically in your division. Remember those personal goals we talked about in Step 1? Also, pay close attention to the overall length of the show. A massive multi-day event is incredibly exciting for sure, but it also means managing serious fatigue and some pretty tricky warm-up timing. You'll also want to verify if the organizer runs clear heats and round structures that actually make sense for your level. And finally, evaluate the weekend format. Ask yourself, do you want a quick, efficient travel weekend, or are you looking for a longer stay to compete across multiple categories, like, tackling both smooth and rhythm?
Which brings us to Step 4, uncovering local hidden gems. Subtitle here is leveraging the offline ballroom community. Now, we've talked a lot about online calendars, but here is a massive secret from our source material. The absolute best beginner to intermediate friendly events are often shared by local dance sport clubs and coaches way before they ever appear broadly on the internet. Seriously, these local studios are your backdoor into finding smaller, incredibly well-run tournaments.
These hidden gems often act as the absolute perfect low-stress stepping stones for dancers looking to just gain some solid floor experience before hitting a major regional comp.
So, how exactly do you unlock this local knowledge? Well, reach out to a nearby studio. First, step 1. Ask them directly which upcoming competitions are the best fit for your specific age, division, and level. Step 2. Ask about logistics, like which events actually have the smoothest check-in and warm-up processes. Because trust me, avoiding a chaotic warm-up floor full of flying elbows and rogue hairspray, it saves a lot of nerves. And step 3. Ask if there are events that consistently include your preferred styles. I'm telling you, this insider intel is literally priceless.
And that takes us to our final phase. Step 5. The pre-entry checklist. Final verifications before paying your entry fee.
All right, once you've zeroed in on a promising competition, you've got to run through this rapid-fire checklist to avoid those terrible last-minute surprises. Confirm your division eligibility early. Age, level, partner, all of it. Verify the entry deadlines and really make sure you understand their late policies. Review the fine print regarding rules for music, attire, and routine timing. I mean, you definitely don't want a costume violation over a misplaced rhinestone, right? Also, lock down your travel and schedule so you arrive with ample warm-up and registration time. And lastly, know exactly where to verify results and check for any day of schedule changes. Knocking all this out up front lets you focus entirely on your dancing, not your paperwork.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it brings us to a fantastic bottom line from the source material. It says, the best dance sport competitions near Illinois are the ones that align with your division and style, appear on reliable sanctioned calendars, and are supported by local club knowledge. I just love that. It beautifully encapsulates this whole holistic approach we've been talking about. It's all about matching hard data with your personal goals and then backing it all up with local community insights.
Which brings us right back to you. To kickstart your own personalized search journey, you need to answer 3 empowering questions right now. What is your exact age division? What is your preferred style? And realistically, what is your driving limit? If you apply the playbook we just covered, you'll absolutely transform an overwhelming search into an exciting roadmap. The perfect floor is out there waiting for you. The only question left is, what are you going to dance when you get there?